Hey everyone, I wanted to tell you about my second YouTube channel called Young Buck 888, where I talk about all things anime, music, entertainment news related, pretty much everything apart from Tyler Perry videos. A lot of subscribers on this channel ask me about my thoughts on shows like CW's The Flash, Black Lightning, superhero movies like Thor Ragnarok and the upcoming Black Panther, and also things about new music from people like Justin Timberlake and other artists that are very popular nowadays. Now on that channel, I'll be doing videos every week just like with Tyler Perry. But keep in mind, that channel will not prevent me from uploading videos on this channel on a regular schedule. The channel is kind of new now, but I need all the support I can. So go over there and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a link in the description below. And now back to the video. Alright, have and have not fans. Now here is a topic, or I guess you could say an extension of the content on my channel that I never thought I would go in. The reason I'm actually doing this video is because, believe it or not, enough of my followers have brought it to my attention, and I went home for the weekend. Well, actually on Friday. It was my mom's birthday on January 29th, and the family went out to Applebee's on this past Friday, and she told me about how Jim Cryer might be facing jail time in real life, not just on the show. And she's like, you should do a video about it. Here's, the article. So I sat down and I just read it, and I was like, oh my god. So the reason I'm doing a video on John Snyder possibly going to jail for up to possibly 3 months is only because I feel like this is serious enough a topic to talk about, because I wonder if this will or will not affect Jim Cryer's storyline on the haves and the have-nots. So first off, my thoughts go out to John Snyder and the family. I know it has to do with him being in the divorce from 2014, and overall I'm going to try to put the link to the article from Fox News in the description below. It basically has to do with the fact that he is about, let's see, Elvira Castle is his ex-wife, and she's suing for about $185,000 because apparently he's been willing but unable to pay the $18,911 per month that Castle requested after they got the divorce. But as John Snyder said, he tried his very best and has used his best efforts to earn a regular, reasonable, steady income since he filed for divorce in 2014. But the biggest problem is, let me see here, and I'm pretty sure everybody was aware of this, that there was a flood back in March of 2016 that did a lot of damage to his movie studio down in Louisiana. And it says here that, he has hit a financial hardship and has spent every penny he had to repair his movie studio. And I remember back in 2016, because I think around 2015 is when I started following John Snyder on social media. And I remember seeing the videos of how destructive that water was. I remember there was a time where he was searching for his dogs because they were missing, but I believe both of them were found safely. And it was just a major time of despair in terms of his work outside of the haves and the have-nots, because a lot of time was spent getting the movie studio back and running again, which may explain why Jim Cryer was in jail for such a long time after being arrested by Jennifer a couple years ago. And when I say a couple years ago, I mean literally a couple years ago in our time, when the flood happened. But if he does go to jail for 3 months, what's going to happen? Literally, what's going to happen? I think it just depends, because I do know the show has wrapped up filming for season 6, I believe. Cause I remember I saw Angela Robinson post a video on social media about it. So technically speaking, if John Snyder has shot all of the footage he needs to, which I assumed he did, if, again, it's worst case scenario, if he goes to jail for 3 months in 2018, that might not affect Jim Cryer on the show. But I do feel like it is a time where, it really does stink for one of our, well, I wouldn't say one of our favorite characters to be going through a hardship like this. But, hey, I mean, life happens. So Jim Cryer is dealing with problems on and off of the show. I mean, he's dealing with, almost $190,000 with his ex-wife. And he's dealing with zero money on the haves and the have-nots. So until we get more news, I mean, really, there's nothing else to say. I feel like the biggest positive here is the fact that the season has wrapped up. So as far as I know, I don't believe Jim Cryer's character is in danger, at least for the next season of the Haves and Have-Nots. We'll just have to wait and see how this thing plays out with his ex-wife. But overall, you know, thoughts and prayers out for him and the family. Hopefully things get resolved in a timely manner. And just some understanding there, because, you know, not taking sides here, but given the fact that most of his income might have been coming from his movie and movie studio and music that he produces and whatnot, you know, it makes sense why he wouldn't be able to pay 18 grand a month, because that flood did a lot of extensive damage. So with that being said, you know, what are your thoughts on this story? Do you feel like this will do anything negative to Jim Cryer on the Haves and the Have-Nots? And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.